Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow, 480, 745, come on. Here we go,
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 52. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby.
On red.
Passing play, Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Flacco from the gun. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Yellow, yellow. 40. Watch the run, watch the run. 43, 43. 51's the mic, 51's the mic. Yellow. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flacco's throw taken in by Fant, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. And let's get this.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Bryant has it. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Coming to you.
Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. With Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Flacco will come to the line, first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the gun, Flacco. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Gun. 53, 51. 53 is the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Roger, 5-0. Check, 53's Mike. Come on.
Flacco to throw again on second down. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, Delta.
Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Let's go.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Flacco now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first and 10. To pass, Flacco. And that's caught inside the 35. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has some fond memories of playing here in Denver. In fact, one of his earliest NFL memories came here in the Mile High City. That was back in the final week of the 2017 season while Alex Smith was resting up for the playoffs. And we got a glimpse of what the young Mahomes could do. He threw for 284 yards in a 27-24 Chiefs victory. That, of course, was the first start of the career for Patrick Mahomes. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. On first down, Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass counter there. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup, they get 8, but it's third down now. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Flacco looks to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Some people call it a shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass. All you're trying to do is open up the middle of the field, flip the ball forward. In this case, they didn't gain any yardage.
Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Easy.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Flacco now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reggie Ragland, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long.
3 wide.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And he's going to go down again. Muhammad Wilkerson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 43.
Be wide.
53.
Flacco from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check 53. Come on. Check 53.
Hey, high 7.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Slam.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
52. My 52.
Operating out of the gun. Flacco. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. Going for it all. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check the backer. Check the backer. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's Flacco. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Frank Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Watch the pass. Shoot. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. He was brought down there by Will Parks. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's McCoy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Kansas City, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.